Thank you for the
No,
follow.
no,
We're
what
not
up?
saying that one out loud. Welcome everyone
I
to
know that was Cam. Sorry about that, Steve.
was
Cut you off.
no problem. Welcome y'all to the Parc-cast with your host Steve, otherwise known as Stove,
Chris or Sloppy.
and Chris. Who do we have joining us
We
today?
got three great projects coming on. Unfortunately, Solomon couldn't make it.
It's okay.
We have Bored Apes coming on in the next, couple minutes here. XRP Shrooms and then ZerpCraft. So three great projects coming on today.
And as you know, we always love to end it off with a couple marbles games. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, let's head over to the Discord right now and let's unmute.
Yeah, so basically what we do is if you're new, 30 minutes for each project, ask them a couple questions, talk to them, do all that good stuff. And then after all three projects have gone, we'll host some marbles, give some tokens away. It's a fun time. So,
Perfect, perfect. And without further ado, I think we have the Bored Ape,
Mr. Bored
yeah,
Ape
Mr. Bored Ape over
himself.
here. Should be unmuted.
Guys.
Hey, what's up? What's up? How are you doing today?
Yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well. It's we're over in Rhode Island in the United States, and it's about 60 degrees today, which has been a pretty decent change since it's been freezing the last couple of days. So
Yeah, we're also getting some snow tomorrow too, so
interesting.
it's the northeast weather right there.
Exactly. How about you?
Good.
Everything okay over there?
Yes, everything's fine over here. Also, the weather's also getting better now, so yeah, I'm fine with I'm happy with that.
Beautiful. Well, again, my name is Steve. My name is Stove in the Discord, and Chris's name is Sloppy in the Discord. And what was your name?
Thomas, I'm one of the founders of the Port Apes XRP Club.
Cool, cool.
Cool,
Well,
cool.
nice to meet you. And why don't you just maybe give like a quick summary of the Bored Apes?
Yeah, so we are like a NFT collection built on the XRP ledger. Like we're in homage to the Port Apes, to the Port Apes Yacht Club, but we're not copying them.
Yep, yep.
Like like we take some ideas, but we give our own twist and spin on them. So yeah, if you hold the bay, you're essentially part of a club. Like and yeah, a little bit of that. Yeah, more
Cool.
things, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So a little bit about, you and the team. It's obviously yourself, and then how many other members are on the team?
So we have four other people working, like helping on the project.
Okay, okay.
And where are you guys all located?
Yeah, that's different for all the members. Like I'm from the Netherlands.
Okay.
We have one from Sweden, one from Denmark, one from Greece, one from Indonesia.
Yep.
Wow,
So yeah,
Wow.
so yeah, definitely pretty widespread right there.
yes, of course, and also our community is also very yeah, global and widespread.
Yeah, you guys have a pretty killer community. I always stop by there in the morning while I'm at work, and the chat's always going crazy. It's definitely something we
Yeah,
want to be a part of.
yeah, it's a fun community.
So how did the project get started? Like how did everything come together? You guys find the team and then, build the team into the project.
Yeah, so uh, like me, the Hawk, and the Ape, like Dan, like we've known each other from yeah, public forum where we talked about our investment, like crypto, but mostly like XRP.
Yep, yep.
Like, yeah, and like from that forum, it came to a Discord server, and yeah, we've been like yeah, like investigating, researching about XRP, like all the links with all the connections, blah blah blah.
Yep, yep, all the fun stuff,
Yeah.
all
So
the
that's
lore
how it
behind it.
all started. We made a Discord, like, and then we became friends, and eventually, yeah, we started this project.
Hey, that's awesome. It's kind of cool that you guys can go from like a form all the way to like starting a project, and I mean kudos to you guys. You guys are killing it over there at Bay, so
Thank
That
you.
that's kind of similar to, what happened with us. I mean, we all basically met each other online as well, through various different ways. So it's pretty cool how the NFT community can kind of connect people from all over the world, and then how those people can get together and come and work on a project together. So definitely cool to see that. So out of the people that you have on your team, like, what are their specific roles?
Uh, like we have various roles. Like there's not one. Like each person has multiple hats, if you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
Yep.
definitely. Yep.
Yep. No, of course.
Yeah. So yeah, but mostly, yeah, I'm like I'm doing all the organizing and getting all people together.
Yep.
Like yeah, that's mostly my part. Like we have another one that's mostly doing the marketing, designer, developer, etc. So yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Nice symbiotic relationship. You need everybody doing their part to make the dream come true.
Yeah, I expect that also from like the team that they not only stick to one thing, like they have to stick, yeah, have to help on multiple fronts,
Yeah,
like what they
because
can do.
there's always going to be like a dull time in between like, each role, so it's like if somebody can, like you said, play multiple hats or wear multiple hats, they'll be
Yep.
able to, for example, let's say I need help marketing, Steve could help me with marketing even though he does the art stuff.
Yep.
Vice versa, he needs help with the art. Hey,
You can
I'm
hop
more than
on hop on the sticks. Yeah.
exactly. And teamwork makes the dream work, so it's a good thing that you guys have like a nice tight team and you guys can all help each other and work towards your goal.
Yeah, that's true.
So what got you into XRP specifically? Like, how long have you, one, been into crypto, and two, known about XRP?
Yeah, I've been into crypto like for a long time, but like I bought Bitcoin and then I lost money and then then I stopped looking at it, etc. But like it was maybe like 3 years ago when I started, yeah, digging into crypto. Like, where's the world heading to? Maybe it could be, yeah. I thought it had some potential, and then I looked into various cryptos. I have been part of also various communities, like not only XRP, but like tech-wise and yeah, everything. I think XRP is like very, very good. So that's why I'm mostly orientated into XRP.
Definitely. Awesome. And is this your guys' like first NFT project, or did anyone on your team have experience anywhere else in NFTs?
No, we don't have really experience in NFTs. Like, I have been like part of like from promotion for like another project on another chain, but it was not NFT related.
Yep, definitely. So what are you guys working on right now? Like, what's the next biggest thing for Bay?
Uh, yeah, various things. Like we're waiting on yeah until we can actually mint.
Of course,
Like
yep.
that would be yeah
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
we're all in the
we're
same boat
It's
there.
like just
most
waiting it.
forward to. Yeah. And yeah, other stuff like we're working on various stuff, but yeah, I'm not sure what like all things could be seen as big, like yeah.
So I think I saw that you guys had a your hog airdrop, correct? Or was it the snapshot? I thought I saw
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, we had the Hawk airdropped. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
How did that go?
Yeah, it went well, but the script like it it had an error, and then like yeah, I had to run it again, but I had no option to like delete all trust lands that already had gotten the airdrop.
Oh, so
Wow.
some people got double then, right?
No, no, that not. But I had to click like everything manually
Oh my
that they had
gosh.
to like that they would be cancelled out of the airdrop. So yeah,
No way. How long did that take you?
yeah, it took like a whole night from clicking like 6,000 trust lines that weren't eligible because they already or gotten it or they were not receiving it, you know. So yeah.
Damn.
God, yeah, that's like watching paint dry right there. I wouldn't, I don't,
That's crazy.
to be honest, I don't even know what I would do in that situation. That's
Yeah,
fun.
it's
That's
stupid.
a lot of work. How many
Yeah.
addresses did you have to manually remove from the list?
Yeah, so there's a lot of people that have a trust line but don't hold base. So it was like 6,000 trust lines or something. But yeah, it was stupid that we haven't thought about that could happening, you know.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's wild. Hey, at least you're done with that now. That's fun.
So, and then could you also, because you guys have the Banana token as well, correct?
Yeah, that's true.
Could you kind of go into like what exactly that is? Like, it does it have a utility? I kind of read into it a little bit.
Yeah, it will have various utility, but for now it doesn't have really much utility. Uh, like we plan to have like yeah, it could be used for various things. Like yeah, I have to check because I don't know everything from my head. But like you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
do,
definitely.
yeah, you can use it for like we plan to use it to incorporate it into games like yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
merchandise,
Cool.
staking,
Yep.
and those things. And like for example, when instead of royalties, like they could go to the banana pool, so the holders would get the benefits of it, etc. Those things, you know.
Nice. Cool.
So, any short-term goals that you guys have right now? I know you just had the hog drop. But anything else that you guys are working on that, we can look forward to?
Um, yeah, we're working on various things. Like for now, the first thing we want to do is to have a staking and like yeah, that people could use their bananas for because now they're sitting in their wallets doing nothing. So
Yep,
the
no, for
first thing
sure, for sure.
we're looking forward to working on is like to have a staking mechanism for the bananas.
Nice, nice. And so you mentioned kind of that you weren't exactly like you guys are different than the actual board apes from the Ethereum chain, obviously. You guys kind of have a different art style too. It's not the same thing as the board apes, right?
No, it's not the same. Like we have, yeah, we plan to like do apes from like not only influencers or like special community members from the XRP community, but
Yeah.
yeah, we have like those things or musicians or like
Yep.
various
Yep.
things. And of course, we also have normal apes, but they don't. Yeah, besides that they are apes, like yeah, they're not the same.
Definitely, definitely. Do you know like any do you know like how many traits you guys have? Or is that something that you guys are still working on?
Yeah, like we have, yeah, very like millions of combinations. Like we even have too much, I think. Like yeah,
Yep.
So we have one question from Red Hot Dank Moist. He wants to know, is the art completed yet from well, yeah, is your art completed?
yeah, like the normal apes, they are completed, but for the collabs or maybe if the influencer wants to work with us or something, like we always make apes from them, or
Yep.
if projects want to collaborate.
Yeah, just the actual 10K series is fully completed, so that's pretty cool. I remember back in the beginning when base started at the time there.
Nice, nice. Let's see what else do we got. And like, where do you guys see yourselves in the future? I mean, obviously, you're one of the bigger projects in the space. If we were to look like a year down the line, do you guys have any plans? Like, I know you mentioned staking and in some like use cases for banana. Um,
But like IRL meetups,
yeah, just anything
you know,
planned.
just like yeah, the future, like where you like want to envision yourself.
Yeah, so we will have like. Oh, do you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
still
we
hear
can
you.
still
Yep.
hear you.
Sorry. So yeah, we will have like future meetups in real life meetups. We will have like a virtual clubhouse. Uh, yeah, we're working on metaverse gaming, but that's more like very long down the line because it's
Yeah, I
very
mean, it's there's only so much that we can do right now within the
yeah.
XRPL, so yeah, no one's gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, so that's like really long down the line, but we're working on like with other metaverses, like with a partnership. I can't tell too much yet, but so that we can yeah use their metaverses as well until then, and yeah those things.
So we
Or
got a. Oh, go ahead.
like yeah in the clubhouse, like you can use your avatar to like play poker or other games with each other, you know.
Nice. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We got a pretty good question from Lucius for you.
Yeah.
Right now, you guys are one of the biggest NFT projects in terms of market cap and price. Did you guys expect your project to blow up this big, knowing that you were trying to replicate Board Ape Yacht Club's success? Basically, did you
No,
expect it to blow up like that?
like no, we didn't expect it to blow up like this. Like it was more of like we were serious, of course, that we want to run a project, but we didn't expect it to be like this big and
Yeah.
yeah, that it would have so much responsibility. It's nice, but it's very yeah. So yeah,
Stressful
we
for
didn't
sure.
Oh God,
anticipate
yeah,
it.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
When did you guys start up? Like when did you start things up?
Uh, yeah, we started like on beforehand, but because of Xpunk's launching, etc., we had to like uh, hurry. You know, we had to move faster. We had to rush because yeah, maybe someone else would do it, and then you
Yep.
know.
Yep. No, no, 100% agree. First one to the yeah, first place always wins, you
Were you
know.
is that how it was? It was X Punks was first and then you guys were second or like how early
Yeah, yeah, I
in
think like that we were a few days after Xpunks, but yeah, we wanted to wait a little bit more, so we had more things in order, but we had to rush also, you know.
Honestly, I'm ignorant to the fact, but when did the whole, trust line like
Yeah, yeah.
I remember setting my trust lines for like EQ and what was it, ELS back when, those first happened, but I honestly don't remember when, the whole trust line jazz and all that
August
August
as Laser
2021,
Boy, yeah.
okay. Yeah, because I remember that and then I totally forgot about my ELS airdrop, came back to it, saw that, and then I got the EQ airdrop, and I was like, it just all like randomly happened at one point. I,
And when did you guys get in? What month was it?
Uh, yeah, I think August or October, I think.
Wow.
oh yeah,
Nice.
so you guys were right up.
Basically right behind
Yeah, you guys were
everything
like right at
opening
the
up.
jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn,
Nice.
it really
Um
blew up because of ELS airdrop. Yeah, the ELS airdrop was honestly crazy. You know what sucks is I had to get a new phone and I forgot to write down my seed phrase for my Zoom wallet on my first wallet. So I got my EQ and ELS airdrop on the same phone and well on the same account. Yeah, unfortunately I could never claim those. I could never redeem those tokens.
that's a big
So
L.
Oh,
yeah, it was
that sucks, man, really.
yeah, yeah, man. I just look at it. I mean, back when the airdrop first happened, I would just watch it and I would just be like, well, there's nothing I can do. But we like to have fun. We like
So
to lose stuff.
we got a question from Laser Boy. Will Bay go
Yes.
on to make other projects in the future? And if yes, will Bay owners get whitelist preferences? Um, and any future projects that you guys have in terms of the future?
Yes, so bay holders will always be included if we would like do other stuff. Like we first want to focus on bay, of course, but
Yep.
yeah.
Nice. Cool. Let's see what we got here.
Sloppy move. What do you want me to? Am I? Crypto Mouse, what are you saying? I am moving. I'm not a robot.
So what do you guys got going on in the Discord? I saw Ape Queen was running something this
Yeah,
morning.
wait, I really gotta give you guys some credit because Ape Queen, she literally, I was looking at her riddles that she posts in there and all
Yeah.
that good stuff that you guys do. Those are, excuse my French, freaking horde. Those things go. I mean, if you guys in the chat, if you guys go over to the Bored Ape Discord and look at their riddles, I haven't participated in any, but they're like, they go over the top. I thought ours were hard, but not even close. But yeah,
Queen is a
touch up
very
on
smart
those.
ape.
Yeah, you guys, I think you guys had some like name guessing or like word guessing name that you did this morning. I saw that popping off. You guys have a pretty active Discord, so.
Yeah, Queen is always trying her best to make the Discord like active with games or events. Like yeah.
So, what's like one of like the hurdles that you had or like something that was difficult during this project? Like was there anything that was tough for you guys to get through, or did you have any trouble with anything?
No, we didn't have any troubles. Like no hurdles. Everything went quite very well.
Nice.
Like yeah.
Nice, nice. Move to the chat if anyone's got any questions for Bay. Definitely
Drop them
ask
in.
them for
Drop
now.
them in.
Got about 5-8 minutes left.
5-8.
5 to 8.
So how's your songbird collection doing?
Yeah, well, they are not ours. Like they are a collaboration. They are
Okay. Yep. My fault
yeah.
about
So
that.
they are hosted by another team, and yeah, they are doing everything. Like yeah, we share our creative. Yeah, on the creative and technical stuff, we share our
Awesome.
effort.
Nice.
Yeah, see, we were thinking about potentially doing a songbird collection, but I don't know. Is like Songbird actually going to be I know it's like a test token, and is it worth it? That's the
Uh,
real question that I want to know about.
yeah, well, like everything that's building on Songbird can like be swapped on Flare when it launches. So
Oh, that's actually, see, I did not know that. Okay, that makes perfect sense.
I think Lucius just asked another good one.
Yeah, Lucius asked another banger.
Okay, right now being an already successful project in the NFT space, do you still see being associated with Bored Ape Yacht Clubs as an advantage or a curse due to the constant pressure?
Wow.
uh,
So
yeah,
basically, do you
yeah.
think it's good that you guys are associated with them or not?
Well, we are not associated with them.
Okay, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes, similar, I guess, yes.
yeah, so we're not associated with them. Like yeah.
Yeah, that's copyright thing. Yeah, for sure. But like, the fact that you guys have obviously similar projects, do you guys think that that's good for publicity or bad? I guess that's what Lucius wants to know.
Yeah, of course it helps because yeah, it's part of people think, of course, that maybe we can copy their success and it
Yeah,
can become as big. So of course it helps. Like I don't see any disadvantages,
me
and like
neither. Yeah,
yeah,
me
our
any
neither.
legal name is
publicity is
also
good
like we are
publicity.
the X Apes. So yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Somebody also, are solo Bored Apes the same? Like, are you guys affiliated with those people on solo?
Uh, yeah, like what I said, like we are sharing our creative and yeah, we
Oh,
share
God.
our art and art things with their team, but they are in control. Like we are
Yeah,
a
it's
collaborative,
just a nice partnership that you guys have going on.
yeah, and they are a very experienced team, so we are very humbled that they wanted to work with us.
Yep.
Nice, nice. I don't know if this is PR Leash says, did you guys get a Flare Realm 888 Inner Circle?
I think that was an NFT that Flare released. I don't know if
That's a question directed towards him.
yeah, I think that was just like a general question.
Cool. I mean, anything else that you want to promote about the project, or like what you'd like our followers to do here on Twitch, like join the Discord or whatever you guys got going on?
Yeah, everyone is free to come out and check the jungle. Like we would be happy if people come out and check it.
Yeah, can
Yeah.
confirm their Discord is definitely popping off at all times, and there's some good people in there. They got the memes going and they got the people, so if you're
Definitely.
looking for an active Discord, this is definitely the one to go to.
Oh, thank you.
And then we still have that giveaway.
Oh yeah,
going
we
on
still got
too?
the giveaway. Yeah, 25 Park and 5 Bay. Of course not. It's going to be split 0.5 each winner, so 50 winners for the Park and 10 winners for the Bay. So definitely, get your final entries in on that.
And we really appreciate the Bay team coming by with that, doing that collaboration with
Yeah,
us.
no, absolutely awesome. Thank you guys for that.
Super generous team. And as you guys, if you tuned in to the Heroes for Hope live stream, they gave a very generous donation to all of the XRPL community. So huge shout to the Bay team for sure. Awesome friends in the space.
Yeah, thank you, and we would like to thank you guys as well because yeah, you guys have been great friends, and I also like what you guys are building and doing. So yeah, thank
Hey,
you.
thank you so much for that. Thank you
Genuinely
so
appreciate
much.
that, definitely. So I think we'll wrap it up there unless anyone else has some questions.
I thought many more people would have questions for me.
I'm sure that they will. They'll be
We
shooting me
can literally,
DMs.
yeah, we can have like a hour-long space of questions for Bay from the chat.
Exactly. Yep. Lucia says, "Thank you for coming on, Bay. It was awesome knowing your origin story." Laser Boy says, "Good luck for the future, Bay." Um, Aristera
Thank you.
says, "Thanks for coming, Bay." So everyone's happy that you guys came on here, and we appreciate that too. So
All right, thank you.
I think we'll end it there, though. But thanks for coming on.
Yes, thank you for having me, guys.
Definitely.
All
Thanks
right,
for
take it
stopping in.
easy. Have a
Definitely.
good night or a good morning or a great afternoon.
Whatever it
I
is.
had to
Yeah.
hit I had to hit
You
them
gotta hit 'em
all. I
all.
had to hit them all.
You guys as well. Bye bye.
All
Thank
right,
you,
we'll
thank
talk to
you.
you. Bye.
So
And who we got up next is
oh my
Holy
god.
crap.
we have
Chat?
we got xShrooms coming up next. Jebsy. I don't know if he's in the chat. He might be, but
I see Vet in the chat.
Vet's already in the chat.
We're getting chats from Oogie Boogie. Bring out Patty. They want Patty. Patty, come say hi.
Oogie Boogie's been begging for Patty since the beginning of the stream. Oh, Jebsy's in the Discord.
Yeah, get over here, Patty.
Xshroom is up next.
Come on,
They're
Pat.
saying no shirt, Pat.
I'm sorry, guys. I tried, and he fucking. Sorry about swearing.
I don't think they might not have heard that.
Looking for royalty-free music?
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I tried to grab Patty. Patty baby.
Oh wait, I think we got Sir Jebsy in here.
Sir
Let's unmute him.
Jebsy. Welcome,
What's
Jebsy.
up,
How's it
Mr.
going? How's it
Jebsy?
going?
Hey, can you hear me, guys?
Yep,
Yes, sir.
How's it
Happy
going?
Saturday. It's going great. How about you guys?
It's going
Bad.
well, man. It's going
If
well.
It's a
I-
nice Saturday.
Can't
It's a nice
complain.
Saturday.
If I turn on my video, does it like pop up?
It should, yeah. I can put you on.
Okay.
It's a slight blizzard here. But
You guys are getting some
Other than
snow
that.
up there in Canada land?
yeah, in the maple syrup land. Yeah, it all
Jeez.
melted. And then today it just came right back.
I'd say it's nice and sunny in Florida.
Gosh. I gotta get down there, honestly. I gotta get to somewhere that has a beach where it's warm. Pat, get over here. The chat is going wild.
Damn. Cool.
So yeah, Jepsy, what's been going on with the
Wait, hold up, let me get him
nope.
up here. Let me get him
Sorry,
up here.
speaking too soon, guys.
Hold up. Show. Where does it say this?
Wait, hold on. Somebody just had a question about Bay. Bay question.
Oh, they were
ignored.
talking. It was after he kind of left, but it was about
So I can potentially answer for them. XRP Bay has no affiliation. Well, they're not the same project as the Songbird or the solo projects, I'm pretty sure is what he said. So no, if I had to take a guess, don't quote me on it. Your XRP Bay will not be the same as a Songbird or solo Bay. Question for Park, why no music? Because we gotta listen to people talk.
I mean, I can play it lately in the background.
Alright, go crazy.
That's fine, right? I'll just play it
Yeah.
super faint. So, Mr. Jebsy, long time no see. You were the first person that we had on the first Parc-cast. So since then, I mean, you've been like a madman. You've got a ton of stuff going on.
Yeah.
What's on your plate right now?
A lot of it is just kind of mainly still collabing with people. As you saw, ZerpCraft. You have ZerpCraft coming up after me, I believe. So that's one of my partners. So yeah, we released that news a couple weeks back. So I'm doing collabs with a couple of other projects in the community, still just building the community out. Because most of the art and everything is pretty much ready to go. We're kind of just waiting on XLS 20 at that point.
Yep.
But with that being said, the longer it takes, I'm still gonna keep adding more ultra rares.
Yeah.
So it's like a benefit and a con. So yeah, that's ultimately what's going on right now. And yeah, how's everything going with you guys? I don't know if it's an interview back at Park, but I'm kind of interested as well.
It's just an open convo at this point.
We're open, but yeah, things are going well. We're still grinding away on the artwork too. It's good to have the artwork done like you said, so you can focus on cooler designs and more rare designs as well.
Exactly.
But I mean,
I mean it was done before the token even came out. But with that being said, kind of just the longer it goes, it's like being an artist, you could always fine tweak things and just keep adding to it, and then and art never ends.
Definitely.
So until they actually say this is when it's done, I'm gonna keep adding to it.
So we definitely have some new people on the stream. So if you could just kind of like introduce yourself and maybe give a quick one over of what xShrooms are.
Yeah, of course. So I'm Jesse, or Jebsy, and I'm an artist. I've been doing this fairly long. I started out in game battles in MLG. I was working with teams and professional players. That's kind of where I started my graphic design area. I've learned how to draw and whatnot throughout being a kid, and then now outside of college, I went to the University of Tampa. So that's where I got a BA in graphic design.
Nice.
And then I also have a marketing minor and a art studio minor as well. So right out of that, I started at a print shop in Tampa, and they have a graphic design studio there as well. So that's where I grew to become the digital design manager, or graphic design manager.
Yep.
And we had a team of about 5 or 6 people. And then outside of that, and then I also general managed the shop. So it was a pretty big workload, 2 areas. And then finally kind of needing a lot of more time for freelance and whatnot. So we parted ways, and that's where I had a lot more time to work on open projects and whatnot. So I focused on my art posters and that I did for bands. Yeah. And then this whole entire Web3 phase came about, and NFTs and everything. So that's where the xShrooms project kind of birthed from.
Yeah.
So it's just me being in this area, interested in crypto and how this whole entire new internet is moving towards. xShrooms, it's kind of just I guess you could say it's inspiration from the Mario mushroom in that idea, and then it's just playing off the Dadaism and pop art, and like combining that with the whole generative art phase that we're going through right now.
Yep.
So yeah, that's kind of the inspiration and the base of the project. It's 10,000 profile pictures, or 9,999, I believe it's gonna eventually be, and that's gonna be all available to mint through the xShrooms IOU token. I have
Nice.
an XApp being created with Yoke. So Yoke's currently developing that. So as soon as XLS20 is kind of voted on, validated, et cetera, kept that 80% threshold,
Yep.
opening day, then you'll be able to mint your xShrooms.
Nice, nice. So is Yoke like part of the team, or is he just kind of like a third party that you reach out to? Because
No, yeah, he's not part of my team. I didn't even know him before the project and everything. So I'm in the what's it called? Ripple X live streams a lot. So I've always been interested in that, even though I'm not a developer.
yep.
But seeing like the tutorials, it's just always fascinating to see like how the ledger is moving and what people are building on it.
Agreed. Yeah.
So, and I've always seen him in the chats, and like me and him are kind of thinking on the same page. Like he asks like appropriate questions, like, and he's always super helpful. So I just came up to him like, I think we could help each other out in this, and that's where that kind of just birthed.
Mhm.
Awesome.
So yeah, I didn't know him beforehand, but it's been a great relationship since.
Definitely, and that's how this NFT space goes. Like most developers probably aren't good at art, and vice versa. So being able to collaborate with someone like that who has a totally different skill set as you and work together to benefit each other, it's pretty cool. And this is kind of one of those spaces that stuff like that is possible.
Exactly. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's just time put into it, and I can't put 8 hours, 10 hours a day into art, and then all of a sudden you're doing 12 hours of coding. So yeah, it's where this
yeah, I
don't even
Web3
think there's
where
enough time for that.
everybody's gonna collaborate off each other, and it's amazing.
So Laser Boy has a question. Not sure if you can fully answer it yet, but will all your art be on Clever Gallery or other marketplaces as well?
Yeah, so it's both kind of. So
Yeah.
Clever Gallery is an open source marketplace. So pretty much to kind of put it into simple terms, imagine you're creating a marketplace and there's a check mark to keep it centralized to yourself or
Yeah.
open to the all of XRP ledger. So his marketplace is open, so it almost acts as an explorer almost. So any
Oh,
other marketplaces that will allow or that have XLS20 activated on their marketplace, you'll be able to view it there as well. It won't. I don't know if with that being said, because Solo has I might tie into that. Solo has their own XLS14 and then mixed with their own. So I don't know how that's going to translate into the XLS20 marketplace, but any other open marketplaces you'll be able to view. So it's not going to be centralized to Clever Gallery. But with that being said, I do plan to just do everything through that, and because of the fact that he's creating an X app as well.
yeah.
So that keeps everything in some. So it's almost like just a user-friendly, just all-inclusive
Just an easy
experience.
place to go, buy your NFTs, sell your NFTs, do whatever you want.
Exactly.
So I can't complain with
Yep.
you on that one. I can't. Dreamballer22 asks, since artwork is complete, any secondary or artwork projects in the future?
Yeah, I've been working on one. I've kind of been giving teasers here and there
Okay.
in like Twitter and whatnot, but I can't comment too much on that.
Yep.
But yeah, I have an art project, and then pretty much minters. I'm gonna release this to anybody who mints and the xShroom like through their IOU token is pretty much going to be like whitelisted towards my next project. So definitely anybody holding my very first project in Web3 is going to have tremendous benefits past this with future projects and different things like that.
Oh, hell yeah. If you're an early supporter, why not, reap some benefits?
Yeah.
No,
Definitely.
I 100% agree with that.
So
Is that a beer over there I see?
he's got a beer, I got a seltzer.
Cheers.
We always stay vibing on the Park stream.
Touche. Yeah, the fights are on tonight. I don't know if anybody's interested in UFC.
So I
might
am
have to crack
interested in
open some
UFC.
for that.
I just don't know who's on.
It's
Adesanya?
Israel Eddie Asanya and Robert Whitaker. So it's
Okay.
championship fight, so it should be pretty good. And then the rest of the card, if you're an MMA fan, it's going to be an entertaining slot.
Okay, definitely gonna tune into that tonight.
Ironically, we kind of do mixed martial arts. We do Muay Thai.
And I'm pretty sure you do what?
Hey,
BJJ? Jebsy?
no, I wrestled growing up,
Oh,
so I was a
wrestled.
wrestler.
Okay, yeah.
My partner Lord Red, so he's like kind
Yeah,
of Discord
that's
mod and everything. He does Muay Thai.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember having a conversation with him in your server about that.
You know, I'm a New York State wrestler.
Okay,
Oh,
hell yeah.
okay. All right.
Strong Island, baby.
Hey. Yeah, to kind of go off of that, like, what do you do when you're not doing your NFT project? Like, any hobbies that you got?
Yeah, I'm a aquarium enthusiast. So there's a freshwater. I have a saltwater tank over there.
Nice.
So that's kind of, I mean, that's almost a job in itself.
Yeah.
Getting
Yep.
that set up and everything. I'm big into snorkeling, so I'll go outside and do that.
Nice.
Outside of because me being in Florida, I grew up in New York, so I grew up snowboarding and whatnot. So I can't
Yeah.
say I'm a snowboarder, but ultimately, if I were to pick a hobby, that would ultimately be it. But there's not too many mountains around here
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
or snow in that fact.
Yeah. We snowboard too, and it's we have a season pass for up north. Obviously, we're in Rhode Island, so we're in the Northeast.
Nice.
But we've only been out once, and that's basically because we do these live streams on Saturday, which I wouldn't have
Mhm.
it any other way. These have just been
Yeah.
really
you
awesome
know.
for publicity and just
And
they've
they're
just been
fun
great
too.
in general. Yeah.
They're fun as well.
Yeah, it's awesome to just chat and sit back. I mean, it's not like a business meeting or anything in that. Like we're just
yeah.
hanging out and talking about what we like.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And some projects, when I do reach out to them, they think it's some overly formal AMA where like I'm gonna be railing them with questions
Yeah.
like, "What is this? What is that?" It's like, no, we're just chilling, hanging
We're
out.
hanging out, having a couple brews.
Somebody says, "What's your shampoo
I was gonna
shampoo
say
brand?"
if you didn't.
Suave,
What is it?
the cheapest one. Suave, like $3 stuff.
Suave, yeah, no, I think I'm a Suave guy too, bro.
You gotta know.
There's no need to pay for expensive shampoo.
Nah, for sure. That's funny. So, let's see. And I know you were in the Mint NFT. You were kind of co-hosting that space, right?
Yeah, that's been pretty cool. Echo reached out to me and she asked if I wanted to kind of co-host like their Wednesday spaces. And they're not strictly XRP ledger, but they're kind of collaborating with other blockchains and bringing it all
Yeah.
together. And they are, I don't know what it is, but I think they have something with XLS20 or Marketplace. I don't know what, but something in that instance. So yeah, it's really cool to kind of co-host that space with them too, because it's just communities collaborating. That's all it's about.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, I know. I joined that space on Wednesday, and I think after I introduced myself, because I was sitting in the office at work, my boss came in my room and he was like, "Oh, I need help with this. I need help with this," and I was just like,
That's funny.
Yeah, no, those spaces are cool. I love because especially how people can like come up and ask their questions, things like that. So definitely it opens a lot of different mindsets to the space. So I could definitely see that being something big in the future.
For sure, for sure.
"Yeah, what if your boss? What happened? What if your boss is here watching your stream?" If my boss is here, I'm sorry I put my 2 weeks in yesterday. I got another job.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya, boss.
Vet, I basically run
I'm
my
with
boss.
three.
That's too
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what like I was a big video gamer too. That was mainly like a hobby outside of that.
like PC or
Outside of my PC, I played Xbox. So
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
okay.
mean,
No, we were
started with
good.
PlayStation, switched to Xbox. I'm eventually gonna get a PC once I'm kind of slowing down with like art again. But that's kind of why I stopped. As soon as Corona hit, a couple or 2 years back, I kind of just stopped playing video games and almost just focused on just projects and stuff like
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
So I do want to get back into it too, especially having the ZerpCraft partnership. I'm kind of excited to
I
play
was
some
just gonna
Minecraft
ask you what
in almost like
partnerships you
10
have
years.
right now.
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna ask you like what partnerships you have going on right now. Obviously, with both being it.
Yeah, I have the
Got a list.
ZerpCraft partnership, Combat Kanga, so that's my other in-game utility,
Yep.
Yep.
where you could kind of redeem a power-up for his Kanga game.
Yep.
I can't talk about some other ones. I could talk about collabs that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm Ripple Reefs. So they did an artwork for my project. Extra, I don't know how to say that. Sorry. So they did an extra Ripple Reef. So I plan to do one for them, an X Possum, and then also an X Chibi. So there's a couple more collabs in the works for those. With
Chibi, great
partnerships,
project.
Yeah.
there are a couple that I can't talk about, but yeah, there's a few coming.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Excited to see those. But yeah, the Chibi folks, they're awesome. I think we had them on
Yeah.
last week, and it was cool talking with all of them.
Yeah, they didn't even like reach out to me to do whatever. They just like created an xShrooms chibi, and I thought that was really cool. So I'm like, that's awesome. I'll do one for you guys back.
That's cool. Beautiful. We'll move to the chat. If anyone's got any questions for Mr. Jebsy, definitely shoot them down.
Yeah, I ironically like caught the one shampoo one.
Yeah, there was a
That wasn't on
couple, like,
purpose.
give us
Yeah,
some
definitely
hair
ask
clicks
questions if you
and
have
stuff
anything.
like that.
I mean, Laser Boy with a long-term question. What is your 5-year plan for NFTs in the future / building out, etc., etc.?
That ain't an easy one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a tough
so-
question, but
Yeah, that's a great question. Ultimately,
is.
I mean, to start, we don't even really know what Web3 is going to be in 5 years. But with that being said, I do have plans. At me being an artist, so that's almost utility to the project itself. So anybody with xShrooms, so I plan to build out that marketplace and link that to charities and whatnot.
yeah.
So when you're holding anything in that project, pretty much you'll pretty much have what's it called, whitelist to anything in the future. So as of with the xShrooms project, there's not too many crazy things outside of it being a collective generative art project to start. But with that being said, it is Web3, so that's the benefit of Web3. Utility can literally come as the future goes along. So, for example, the in-game Kenga partnership, the ZerpCraft. So I do plan to add a lot of video game partnerships to the xShrooms project. So hypothetically, it would be amazing in 5 years to, for example, be partnered with like a type of Blizzard or something where an artist is actually linked to a big company and artists are creating almost unique skins or something in that game, and that's linked back to the NFT.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, I have plans in the future. But at the end of the day, I am an artist. I'm not a company in that instance, but I am building a brand around my art. So that's kind of the future goals.
That's sick.
I've been doing art. I've been doing design work for bands for years in that instance. So that's kind of how I look at it too, because gig posters almost act very similar to NFTs. How I would design a poster for the show. They print out a very limited amount of runs, only like 150, 250, however big the show is printed.
Yeah.
And then those essentially have the retained value throughout. And then as I release more gig posters in the future, that just keeps adding more value to the original projects. So I'm almost looking at it the same way as just anything with xShrooms is going to be linked to whatever I do in the future.
Cool.
Yeah, that's sick. We got a couple of questions in the chat. The first one, any plans for 3D NFTs? I know that we've thought about this a little bit because, I've dabbled in programs like Cinema 4D and stuff like that, but I haven't in a while. Is that something that you guys have thought about?
Yeah. So I have a little Cinema 4D, Maya experience, few of those. I do plan to do like an xShrooms 3D type of ordeal. What's it called? The humanoids. I'm a very big fan of how their 3D art is composed.
Yep.
So I would love to maybe even do an xShrooms humanoids type of collab, but yeah, definitely something with 3D in the future. And that's also kind of that just spawned another thought. That's what sort of the goals are as well, is to do almost derivative projects of not other people doing it, but myself doing it with the xShrooms. So you could almost do xShrooms in different variations. So I have an xShrooms PX, so it's like a pixel version. That's going to eventually fit very well with like the Minecraft theme.
Yeah.
And then the xShrooms 3D. So yes, there are other ways coming out soon.
And it's kind of cool because sometimes when you collaborate with with projects, you get ideas like that, like making a pixelated shroom that you might not have gotten unless those projects reached out to you for a collaboration. So that's definitely
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I like doing like the art collabs with all these projects.
yes, yep,
Is they literally what you just said, it as you're doing it, it just brings in new ideas that you would never done originally, like creating the DNA or something in that.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, it's awesome. It's more minds. That's the benefit of networking and collaborating.
yeah, huge. This man's a freaking networking boss on the in the Twitter DMs. If you're a project on the XRPL, this
I
kid
might
is,
have
is
reached
in
out
your
to you, like,
DMs. He is in your DMs.
I am
100%.
sliding in the DMs.
For sure. We got some other ones. Any plan to offer physical artwork to go with the correlated NFT?
Yeah, I do. That is like a kind of an end goal.
Same.
Is I would ultimately I like things physical. I don't think physical is gonna go completely away. Like we're not gonna be all in the metaverse.
Yeah.
So it'd be really cool to link that to like physical galleries. And that idea, I do have like I do have a bunch of art that I still have like a lot of art, pretty much of these things and whatnot.
Damn.
Nice.
So I'd like to do like different things where I could like give out these with like maybe
I
as a
actually like
loyalty
those.
program. Like, and this isn't even the this is like a small stack of it.
Yep.
So even like things of like loyalty where like possibly every month you could get a package of canvases or something to that instance. But yeah, and then definitely linking the actual xShrooms art too. I plan to do merchandise, canvases, stuff like that.
Nice.
I'm big into skateboard art. So like the
Oh,
skateboard
sick.
as a canvas. So I'd like to do something in that instance too, where somebody can purchase a wall skateboard and hang it on their wall, and it's xShrooms branded.
See, I'm not even good at skateboarding, and seeing like those art decks, those that like when people have like the three lined up next to each other, like horizontal or vertical. It just like I don't know, it looks cool. It looks super sick. I'm a big fan of
Yeah, I
that.
have a few, but I can't turn this. But yeah,
I have one in my
I'll send you a picture of some later. But yeah, literally, like it's just a little different than the normal picture frame canvas whole square
Exactly.
ordeal.
Yeah.
Even like I don't skateboard, or I grew up skateboarding, but I don't skateboard anymore. It's been at least 10 years.
Oh.
But just it's just a different type of medium that it's printed on.
So,
Yeah,
so one Lucius goes, this is basically just like it's not a question. Here's a collab idea. Parc-cast, where you give a park, when this can happen, you give a park an xShroom and it turns your ape into a psychedelic ape NFT. Which honestly, that is a pretty good idea.
It's not bad.
Lucius.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Honestly, that is a really good idea because that kind of ties into the whole generative art aspect and kind of when you could that's like it's on chain, so you could almost I don't want to talk too much about that, but yeah, some projects are almost doing where you transfer. I can't remember what it was, but I think it was Nick actually talking about on Twitter, like the XLS20 dude or something to that, where if you transfer something, imagine that it changed after you transferred it, and that's like almost true generative art.
Yeah, that would be super cool. I don't even know how they would get to something like that. That is out of my realm.
Yeah, we need to bring in Adam and Yolk for that.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Like you said, we don't really touch on that type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm just I always say it, I'm just a pig in mud. That's all I'm doing.
Couple more. What are your thoughts on NFTs on the XRP ledger getting market share in general versus other ecosystems? That's a pretty in-depth one. I know I can't answer that one.
What was it getting like?
What are your thoughts on
I kind of miss it.
NFTs on the XRP ledger getting market share in general versus other ecosystems? So basically, this ecosystem
so having
versus Ethereum?
an audience on the XRP ledger, pretty much having liquidity, having people use it. Is that ultimately the question?
I guess.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I view it as the path with least friction is gonna win. So whether it may be in a month from now, whether it may be a few months from now, I do think that, and this is all just my subjective opinion, that there will be a very big, almost wave of users that come over to these more environmental or even like layer one protocols that don't need the like for example, not even just XRP, like HBAR. We're seeing a massive wave with Solana, so something like that. But then with that being said, like Solana goes down all the time, so
Exactly.
it's
And
like
then you got the
as people say,
wormhole,
it's the
and then you got the
it's
wormhole
the ice
grid.
cream machine of the McDonald's ice cream machine of crypto.
Yeah. It's like, are we working? No, not right now. We're not working. Sorry.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, I do eventually think that it will trickle down to the XRP ledger. I don't want to get political, but regulations is still a massive part on why people stay away from the XRP ledger. And I think once that happens too, we will see a lot of devs coming over to this space.
Yep. Once
Um,
there's that, that confirmation from the SEC that they are indeed a currency rather than a security,
exactly.
a lot of big institutions I feel like are gonna that are trying to get into the NFT game. They're gonna see the environmental reasons, as well as um, the insurance that they're not going to get in trouble for issuing their token or doing anything along those lines, because using like other currencies like Ethereum, Bitcoin, they haven't gone through the ringer yet, even though yes, they are clear. They're not like truly cleared by the SEC. So I think once the green light's given, it's going to be hopefully like a gold rush type event over to the XRPL.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess to go on top of that, we're seeing a big, massive, almost like a niche of video game NFTs.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's no way, not to sound crappy on Ethereum, but there's no way like an Ethereum blockchain is going to sustain a video game economy or ecosystem with how it just operates. It's just, it's unfeasible. So with that being like the XRP ledger is almost perfect in my opinion for that ecosystem.
Yep.
With the speed and efficiency of it. Like for example, how Fortnite uses all the in-game currency, things like that. And then that's gonna just translate over to the skins, usable weapons, and it's just like a massive RuneScape is all I think about pretty much.
Yeah.
That's
like how
all I
people
think
would go
about
to
too, Jebsy. Don't worry. That is all I
literally
think
the
about
Grand
too.
Exchange.
I'm a big
Like that.
RuneScape
That's
guy.
what video games will turn into. Like
Yeah.
imagine a collab like trade your skin to another guy and that guy. There's just a lot of potential with video game NFTs, and I think that it's a joke because people are showing it on Twitter, but like people who have played RuneScape truly understand the massive potential of it.
Yeah, huge RuneScape guy right here, 100%.
Yeah, I'm a big World of Warcraft and Counter-Strike Go guy, trading skins
Nice.
on that game.
That's basically how I met Gus.
Yep.
Started playing Warcraft and shit way back when.
Yep. Winning the mounts, trading them skins,
And that's,
betting them skins on CS:GO Wild.
It's funny because like games like that teach you kind of like a monetary value.
Yeah, because see the thing about RuneScape that honestly teaches some pretty good like life rules, and like I don't know, it's like you go into the wilderness and you're rocking like a lot of money worth of like gear. It's like you're gonna be cautious. I don't know, dude. Those games teach you actual like
buying, selling, like
yeah, they kind of teach you like the
merching.
concept of money and how to like respect what you have almost.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you learn more about your financial needs in that than going to school. Literally,
It's like
no, seriously, yeah.
It's like you go out in the wildy with a couple mil worth of gear on. It's like, well, if I lose that, I'm not gonna get that back.
Yeah.
Um,
That's funny.
So we had a couple questions in the chat. I know you kind of touched on this. Why exactly did you choose the mushrooms? I know you said it was, kind of Super Mario oriented, but is that the reason?
There wasn't a crazy reason. I am a big fan of that franchise, Super Mario, so it's kind of obviously it's based off that, but doing it in my own style. And then with that being said too, there's a lot, I'm not saying anything negative about you guys are apes, so it's a little different, but there's a lot of the
Oh no, I mean, like, call it how it is. There is a lot of it. Yeah, there is we know that too. There are a lot of ape projects out there,
and that's why we kind of chose it.
Exactly. That it's
and
like, It was a meme.
Yeah.
It's like a meme, but not a meme. But
Yeah.
it's like we know we know that there are an extreme amount of ape projects out there.
Yeah, I understand. I know what you guys do. I understand like your process of that. And it's definitely it's more unique too. With that being said, it's not normal apes, but my train of thought, it's also not an animal. How I look at it, it's almost taking like a different representation of something and then adding human characteristics to it. So I kind of look at it like that too. So it's just a all around different, and I haven't seen anyone doing mushrooms.
I totally agree with that. You know, it's majority, you know, ape, lion, robotish type NFTs, and you don't really get to see that many shroom NFTs.
Which makes sense.
One. I think I've seen one on Ethereum, and I don't know. That's about it.
Yeah, and it's also playing off of, I guess you could say, I don't know if you guys are aware of like Cause or
Cause
with
like
a K.
the clothing company.
Yeah, the artist KAWZ.
Yeah, I actually have like a bunch of his clothing.
Yeah, he works a lot with like Olikno or I can't pronounce that, but whatever that is. But incarcerated jerk faces is another one. So they're almost taking these kind of how I took the Super Mario mushroom and added a dadaism pop art, my own like theme to it.
Nice.
So that he takes like, for example, the Homer Simpson. I'm sure you've seen it, the Homer Simpson, or he'll like repeat that with like no eyes or something. So I'm a big fan of that style as well. So it's literally just combining all that into the project.
And it kind of goes into, you know, whether like how you source your art. You know, obviously you're an artist yourself, as I am, as Tim, our other designer, is.
I mean, if you saw in the chat, I am also an artist now too.
He's doing this art collection where he blindfolds himself and then he draws with his foot.
And the thing is that people will think I'm drawing with my foot, but I mean, the thing is, a lot of people are rocking with the sloppy collection.
But as I'm saying, you know, whether you are the artist yourself or whether you source your art, and that's where a lot of these animal projects are coming from. It kind of seems like it's almost the same exact artist doing these things. So do you do your art Fiverr yourself, or do you source it, you know?
You mean Fiverr? Yeah, no, I do. Yeah. All of my art's original, 100%.
Of course you do. That was rhetorical a bit. I know you do, but you know, do you get it? Like, you're saying Fiverr, you know, that's the thing. That's what people do, right?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, that's what I've noticed. A lot of the projects are literally just you pay Fiverr and then they give you a collection back.
Yeah,
and that's been popping off in the Ethereum network heavily, and now we're seeing it essentially trickle into all the new projects on the XRP ledger. So that's also a differentiation of my project to others, I guess you could say, is that I'm an artist. Been doing this for about 15 years. And yeah, now, and the cool thing, kind of going to that guy's 5-year question too, is that artists are always developing. So we're always changing styles. We're always evolving.
Yep.
So with that being said, that like there's just so much tremendous opportunity with the Web3 space on how everything is encrypted to blockchain, and then I could just further benefit my community just very easily by knowing who is the supporters and further catering to them.
Exactly. And I mean, ultimately, that's kind of why we're here, and we do have to close up. So final thoughts here, but you know, supporting, that's kind of what the NFT community is supposed to be for, supporting artists so that they can get directly paid for the work that they do. So you have these projects, like you said, on Ethereum that are using these Fiverr artists, and you know, they're ultimately popping off and gaining publicity. You know, the money isn't going towards the right people. You know, these artists on Fiverr are getting paid out, whereas, you know, artists like ourselves that, like you said, are working 8-hour days making art, you know, we deserve some credit too.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree, and I think our time will definitely come. And yeah, the Fiverr ones, it's almost like the creator of the project is the new middleman of the artist of that idea.
It's like, the thing I don't get is why doesn't the guy who's making the art, like the Fiverr artist, just start his own project?
Yeah, easier said than done, and we know that. Though,
Yeah, that is a good point.
Running your own
Very
project.
valid point.
So
Yeah, and then sometimes people, like a lot of the Fiverr artists, they just do art, so like they could care less about creating a Twitter, building a community.
They're probably
Like
making
they're
a
just
killing
there.
right now.
They're just there to get paid.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. So closing thoughts. You know, what do you want the Twitch viewers to do for you this week? You got anything going on? Any collabs? Any giveaways?
Yeah, I got a giveaway going on right now. It's actually going on in the Discord. I have a tweet up on the Twitter, so head on over. Yeah, I see somebody, Red Hot Dank Moist. Appreciate that. He posted the Discord link on the chat.
Beautiful.
And then go over to the giveaway tab, and then just hit the little check mark. And there's 5 winners. Excuse me, 5 winners, and then each winner will receive 0.5 tokens, so that's redeemable for 1 full XShroom NFT.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, Jebsy, always a pleasure. You know you're always welcome on here, and we will have you on again. And that'll be sometime in the future, but appreciate you coming on, my friend.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate you guys for having me, and I definitely look forward to the next time I'm on.
Of course. Sounds
Thanks,
good.
chat.
Yeah,
Thanks,
chat, say bye to Jebsy. Let's get some byes to Jebsy in the chat.
Peace.
All
And
right,
I will be
Jebsy.
watching the fights tonight, so if anybody hops over to the xShrooms Discord, go to the sports tab, chat on in. I'll be talking there all night.
Beautiful. You heard it. All right, Jebsy. We'll talk to you, brother.
I have to do that.
See you guys.
All right, we'll see you.
Later.
Beautiful. All right, so I think next up we have Mr. ZerpCraft. Let's see what we got in here. I don't think he's in here yet.
No, he is not currently in the Discord.
He is in the Discord, but not the chat.
In the voice chat.
I think he'll be joining here in a second. But yeah, guys, again, thank you guys for showing out. We got ZerpCraft coming on next. That was just Jebsy, a part of xShrooms, killer project. We had Bay earlier. Definitely a great stream. Unfortunately, guys, if you missed it, Solomon will not make it today. He actually had to go deal with some family business,
Which is cool. Don't worry, Solomon. We'll get you. We'll get you on here, Solomon. You ain't getting away. Oh, we got ZerpCraft in here. Let's unmute. ZerpCraft, you are live. Hello, hello.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
can.
can.
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Hey, first try. All right, let me turn my video on.
We got the video on. There we go. There we go.
Cool.
Do we have him on
Yeah,
camera?
Get him on camera real quick.
Here he
And
is.
there we go, folks. Mr. ZerpCraft.
Welcome, welcome.
ZerpCraft, I'm Steve. This
Hey.
is Chris. If you just want to kind of introduce yourself, give a little quick summary on ZerpCraft.
Sure, man. So, yeah, my name's Jackson Sardello. I'm the founder of the ZerpCraft project. And sorry to the chat that my hair is not as glorious as Jebsy's. So, you know, we're all born with the different genetics. So, yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm working on the ZerpCraft project. The project itself is basically a proof of concept attempt to tokenize Minecraft land and show how digital property rights can be minted as NFTs on the XRP ledger. So you can take the area of a Minecraft multiplayer server and you can take a slice of the land and mint it as an NFT, and then you own that land and you have whatever property rights are coded into that server. So originally kind of got this project started with the wave 1 of the Ripple XRPL grants. The first wave was an NFT focus, and they cut me a small check to get the project off the ground. So we're getting pretty close to launch now, and I'm getting excited.
Hey, congratulations on that. Congratulations.
So we will get into the Minecraft part, but we'll save that for the end. Just because
Sure.
we're obviously super interested in that, and we've been playing Minecraft since we were basically in middle school.
Yeah.
10 plus years ago at this point. it
Yep.
seems like.
Yep. No.
Yeah.
But what what got you started into crypto? How long have you known about crypto and the XRPL as well?
Yeah, known about crypto since my college days, really right at the beginning at like 2011, computer science students talking about Bitcoin and Dogecoin and stuff, but did not really like engage until 2018. So
Yep,
several
same
years
with us.
later,
Yep.
but um, first crypto I ever owned was XRP. My parents actually gifted me XRP for Christmas.
Wow,
So,
that's actually kind of you got some with that. You got some good parents
yeah.
right there.
My old dad, he's definitely a forward thinker. So then, my philosophy is like I can't own an investment if I don't understand it and know like really what it is. So I was
Yep.
like, all right, I
Smart
gotta
man.
I gotta get into the crypto stuff now. I gotta learn what it's all about, and just went down the rabbit hole. So from there started getting into, well, I can hold the token, buy and hold, but what can I do development wise that would make sense? And over a process of a couple of years started thinking through what sort of project would really make sense for me.
Beautiful. Nice. And that's kind of what made you pick XRP, right? Is that you just fell right into it.
Yeah, I mean, from a technology perspective, it's fantastic because the fees are ridiculously cheap. It's lightning fast, and then I've been watching Weedsay and the Sum wallet develop over time, and it's just a first class crypto wallet, and the tooling kind of on the back end so that developers can integrate with the Sum wallet. Man, the tooling is so good. It just is really, really friendly to work with, and so that just makes it all appealing to jump into this specific ledger. I did proof of concept, and I was thinking about how could ZerpCraft work on the Flare network whenever they first were kind of spinning up. So I did look into like what if I do this with smart contracts on the EVM, but ultimately decided like I think the XRP ledger has everything I need and I can get to work, right now. At that
Yep.
time, Songbird wasn't even live. They just had their Costin testnet.
Yep. It's
So
Austin testnet. Yep.
yeah, a little bit of prehistory.
Not bad.
Definitely.
And I do agree with you on that Zum wallet comment that you made. I think it was with you earlier. I was just talking about how like actually how easy it is to
Yeah, you
navigate
did.
around that app. It's like it's literally just a couple buttons, scan, all done. There's your wallet, there's your balance, and he really killed it on like the simplicity of it, but also it's like a very powerful wallet too. So I
Yeah, for
definitely
sure.
agree with you.
We'd say he's got a great team of coders, and the app is just improving over time, and it's getting better and better. So, it's hard to even think about like what other XRP wallet would even be a close second if I were to support multiple at this point, because the sum experience is just so seamless.
Yep. No, 100%.
We got a comment from Skill of Luck. You can tell he's smart because he has a whiteboard on the wall.
Yeah.
What do you
You
got
guys, you
back
guys
there?
like my prop here? This
It's a
is
prop, exactly.
specifically for the chat. Yeah,
It's
we've
for
got
show.
some step by step. If you can read it backwards, I'm writing some code right now for the ZerpCraft launch is going to have a run of 100 NFTs that are founders NFTs.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so next piece of code I'm working on is just like the purchasing process while you're in game. So yeah, that's what's on the board there.
That's sick. That's sick. Now it seems like you're a one-man army. Do you have a team?
Yeah, one man. I'm supported on the Minecraft side by a group of builders called Elite Realism, and if I had to do the Minecraft builds, I mean, game over because I'm terrible at building cool stuff. But on yeah the project lead, kind of programming, marketing, all of that. It's just me right now. Definitely open to building the project out into a team in the future, but I'm trying to see, how does launch go?
Yep.
How does the move over to XLS 20 actually take place?
Yep.
Be just kind of be responsible about um, how things grow over
Nice.
time. So got everything under control right now for launch. I don't feel like I'm too far over my skis on that. Uh,
Quick
That's
question
awesome.
from
but
Two Cakes. He said, will the
yeah,
server be vanilla Minecraft or will it be modded?
We've got some plugins in there. It's pretty close to standard Minecraft,
Cool.
with the
Nice.
addition of the ZerpCraft plugin, of course. And
Of course.
yeah, it's a creative server, so no resource constraints on my world at first. I'm definitely wanting to over time add in a lot of other kind of community engagement stuff like games, and then ultimately the ZerpCraft plugin will be open source and any Minecraft world can install it.
Wow, that would
In
actually be
that
really
case,
cool.
you know, they can do like a survival server if they wanted to, and then the resources of the land that you've purchased, maybe they're valuable because there's diamonds underneath. But
Wow.
for me and just for launch, it's going to be a creative server and really about what do people build with their land? Does
Yep.
like the land plus the art that's built on it have some sort of like synergistic value? So that's kind of the tip of spear.
Okay, perfect. And before, because it seems like that's where we're going to be moving towards is the Minecraft discussion, which we are perfectly
Oh, I love
fine with.
big Minecraft. Big
Well,
Minecraft.
dude, just keep hitting me with questions. I can
Exactly.
spitfire whatever.
So kind of let's move back a little bit. How did
Sure.
Minecraft start for you? Because I know Chris and I were playing it during alpha.
And if we,
Yeah.
still had our old laptops, we
Oh.
had let's plays like, from day 1 all
Yeah,
the
we
way
did
up to probably
Yeah.
like day 14 when we quit it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
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 So
Yeah,
how'd
so
that start?
I started playing in college. I got introduced in my freshman year, and I've always been really interested in video game mods. And so that same year, Skyrim came out, and huge modding scene with Skyrim as well.
Huge modding
And
scene.
so yeah, I dumped a lot of time into both of those games. But for me, I wanted to get into, oh, how can I have a server for my friends, my college friends to be on? So played around with hosting servers for all 4 years that I was in college and really cut my teeth on the modding side and kind of programmatically what's possible there. And
Nice.
then, since graduation, just over the years, kind of hopped in and out. Uh, every time Minecraft has a big update, I just get the itch again, like, oh, I need to go in and
Yeah.
see what's up. So and then kind of nice, coincidentally, that one of the biggest upgrades, biggest releases for Minecraft in a long time, the 1.18 update has just launched a couple of months ago. So the ZerpCraft server is going to be on the newest version.
Ooh.
So could you kind of go into that 1.18 because we just like you, we kind of played Minecraft. We've always played it since its origination with the alpha. But we've fallen off and come back multiple times. What exactly would this update make different about for you essentially?
Yeah, so it's called the Caves and Cliffs update, and it's really really getting back to kind of the basics of what Minecraft is about. Like it has mining in the name, and for years and years, there's been tons of content updates to Minecraft, but there
Yep.
hasn't been a big overhaul of like the underground,
Yes.
and what's actually like how the caves generate and underground structures. And so Microsoft now owns Minecraft, but they did a huge world overhaul of kind of the terrain generation. The underground is a good bit deeper now, so there are more layers, and more resources, different types of stuff that you can dig up underneath. But it also expands up to kind of how the world on top generates as well.
Okay.
So I've been having a blast just kind of looking around at all you guys probably remember in alpha, just whenever you first get in and you're looking around at all the terrain, it's
Yes.
like, man, that is so weird. Like, whoa, what is that?
Exactly,
Um,
man.
yeah, I haven't felt that doing like kind of flying around Minecraft worlds for several years, but with this update, it's like, yeah, this is cool. Like I just came up on something really really sweet, and like it's kind of special.
Nice.
Yeah, no. So, Timmy, actually, just me and Timmy last week, I think, booted up Minecraft for the first time, personally for me, probably in 2 years. And yeah, the new cave system is definitely something. It's definitely really cool. Like all the lily pads that you jump on and then it breaks
Yeah.
down. Yeah, no, They definitely add some nice quality of life things to Minecraft.
For sure.
I love it.
So, I mean, that's what I think is really cool about your project is that the reason that we kind of hop in and out of Minecraft is because, yeah, we play it for a little bit, we build our base, and, after a week, we're all off of it because we get bored and there's no reason for us to keep playing. So, I think, the fact that you've found a way to both like monetize this as well as like create a reason to play. I think that that's super good for the entire Minecraft community.
Yeah, I have a couple of thoughts on that. The first is the ownership of your digital items in video games is super compelling. And so everybody is scrambling to figure out how NFTs really unlock that and is kind of the next big wave, right? Like what's going to be the bored apes or the punks of the video game world, if you will, that just is crazy successful. But the video game industry, like players have an amazing amount of choice of good content. The amount of video games that are excellent that you can just like fall in love with and play nonstop is a huge market. And so my focus was, how can I take something that's already a smash success, Minecraft being the definition of a smash success,
Literally,
and
yeah.
I want to unlock tools for content creators. In this case, the content creators are the server administrators who run multiplayer servers and kind of maintain these communities.
Yep.
I want to give them tools to monetize their stuff in a
Yes.
way that's mutually beneficial to players.
Nice.
And so that's where the tokenization really just seems like a perfect fit. I'm a little bit skeptical, to be honest, of play to earn, because as soon as you introduce mechanics that directly impact the gameplay, and those are monetized, you you stand a danger of taking the fun out of the game. And so Axie Infinity being the perfect example of that. Like, is the game fun, or is there a monetary incentive that's kind of driving you forward? And that's a really careful balance. There's a lot of video game designers that are way smarter than I am. They're going to figure out kind of the gameplay side of things. But my thought was, take Minecraft. Minecraft's already fun. And then how can I blockchain enable it in such a way where it doesn't get in the way of the fun that people have?
Definitely. And to go off of that monetization, the second that you do monetize a game, you also run into the fact that people will probably try to farm and make
Yes.
a lot of money off of that. So that's another thing that you have to think about.
Yeah, one of you mentioned that you're a WoW player, and like the quintessential example is Chinese gold farmers
Oh,
in
yeah.
World of Warcraft. So yeah, you've got to construct it in such a way where you're not just having like somebody in the third world who's like, well, I could work in the salt mines today, or I could log into WoW and like like
Make just
farm
as
this
much
virtual
money
currency.
killing a bunch of, running the same path over and over again, farming,
Right.
a mount or an item.
Hey, good. I mean, good for them that there's this kind of
Exactly.
weird
Yeah.
international arbitrage between
Yeah.
the players, and they want gold and like all that. But from a game design perspective, is that really what you want in a healthy game ecosystem and a healthy economy?
Exactly. Yep.
It's a hard one to solve.
Yeah, definitely. Because whatever currency that they're farming, they're putting a lot more currency into the game, and therefore is it beneficial for the other players that aren't farming? And that's what you kind of have to think about.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, already a lot of players really resent the kind of pay to win um, that makes its way into a lot of game design. And so, there's a danger that blockchain enabling can just be more of that. And so you really have to be careful with
Yeah.
how you're implementing this stuff. Uh, there are lots of different ideas, but we'll see which one wins out.
So I think due to the fact that the XRPL is going to be very low cost, hopefully there's not going to be any pay to win. Like on Ethereum, I can totally understand the pay to win, model coming into the picture because as a company, you have to take into consideration gas and all that. So
Mhm.
hopefully we can kind of get away from that with XRPL. But again, I mean, you're always going to have pay to win one way or another.
Yeah, the whenever there's a monetary incentive, there's always going to be people who build it more for like the monetary side of things
Exactly.
versus, the gameplay. And like, you just got to pick which games you think are fun. I will say that the other advantage the XRP ledger has as it relates to linking up to a game economy is because transactions settle so fast,
Yep.
you don't have to break out of the gameplay loop or design your game mechanics around block times. And a 15-minute block time is substantial whenever I'm sitting down to play a game that I may only play for
And
30 minutes
And
today.
let's say, for example, let's say, just this is the most extreme example, like you're playing WoW or something, you're waiting for like a rare spawn to pop up. That 15
Mhm.
minutes where you're completing that transaction for whatever item that you're buying, what happens if that mob already spawned and you miss your chance to kill that?
Yeah.
It has to be instant, and waiting 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and the transaction might fail at the end. It's
That's
just,
right. And yeah, so, 3 seconds is way, way tighter in a gameplay loop overall.
no,
So it's,
100%, 100%.
by the time I sign a transaction and look back up on my screen, I already see, on the Minecraft side, like, oh, this was successful. And that's pretty tight.
So I got a good one. So say I'm just a normal Minecraft player. I'm not associated with an NFT project. I don't have a team or anything like that. I just want to play ZerpCraft. Um, how do I get into ZerpCraft? And then once I'm in, what do I do?
All right. So we're opening up for kind of the early registration February 15th. So just a couple days from now,
Cool.
players will be able to log in and they'll just be trapped in a glass dome. So all we're going to do at first is I'm going to test out and make sure that people can register their Sum wallet and there's nothing that's like super broken there. Uh, from there, March 1st, the dome will open up and people will be able to fly around the ZerpCraft server and kind of scout out, oh, maybe I want to buy some land over here, check out the cool spots, see where they might be interested in purchasing. And then the official launch is March 19th. And that's whenever you'll be able to really buy the ZerpCraft NFTs. So, all that to say, the login details as of today, not yet public, so holding those under wraps for a couple more days, but we've kind of got a staged plan that lets me make sure in a couple of steps everything's working the way it should and gives people a chance to kind of explore before everything goes live.
Yep.
Nice, nice. So I join the server. I'm flying around. I find my plot of land that I like. Then what do? I purchase the NFT that corresponds to that piece of land?
Yeah, so the payment flow and kind of the way that works in game isn't totally nailed down yet, but you'll basically have an in-game way because you'll already have registered your Sum wallet, and you'll
Yep.
have an in-game way that you'll say, "I want to buy this land,"
Wow.
and assuming that the land is available, nobody else owns it, you'll get a request on your Sum wallet on your phone that says, "Hey, pay ZerpCraft." And then whenever you make the payment, the NFT will be stamped to your wallet. I'm
Nice.
using a standard called XLS 19. It's a little bit different than the XLS 14 standard that a lot of the art projects are using right now.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it's just a standard. The real thing is that does the technology work the way it's supposed to?
Yep.
Um, and so then once the NFT is stamped onto your wallet, you will have the property rights for that area of land.
Okay. So then I and I know we're scheduled to go to 3:30, but if you're cool with staying
Yeah,
on, I
I'm
mean,
free. But
okay,
yeah, I'm
beautiful.
free if people are having fun, and I know there are questions that I'm probably missing, so happy to
Yeah,
hang out.
definitely. Because this is something again we're super interested in. It's just such a nostalgic game to us that I'm,
We
super
love it.
attracted to it.
Yep.
For sure.
So say I build on my plot of land, I build some crazy structure and all of that. What can I sell this NFT with that exact structure on it?
Right. So the launch on the XLS 19 standard that I mentioned has a couple of drawbacks. And if you're the type of person who wants to get into all of the technicals, you can go look at my white paper of kind of the pros and cons of XLS 19. That's on my ZerpCraft.com website. But basically, on the launch day with the XLS 19 standard, you will have the property rights. The NFT will be stamped to your wallet, but XLS 19 NFTs are very difficult to transfer around. And so I guess theoretically you could figure out a way to sell them, but it's going to be very difficult. So I really want to onboard people at first who are interested in the project for the property rights. They're interested in getting in early.
Nice.
They're not interested in just turning around and like immediately flipping it for more money.
Yeah. Okay.
With that, uh, the ultimate goal for everybody really is to be on XLS 20. And so a part of the kind of promises that I made to Ripple in receiving the grant money is two things. Number one, I'm going to provide a migration path over to XLS 20 whenever it launches. And so then you'll have the kind of first in class NFT standard being used. And the second piece is the plugin goes open source so that other projects can install the ZerpCraft plugin as well and monetize their servers. So
Cool.
I kind of went on a wandering path. Does that answer your question?
No, definitely does. That is definitely super interesting. And like you said, you know, ultimately you want the people that are getting in early to hold, as many other NFT projects would want to do. So that's just something
Sure.
normal.
Yeah, that's just one of the drawbacks of XLS 19, but it gets the project out the door. It gets people engaged, and on the kind of property rights side of things, it accomplishes what is needed. My probably primary goal once XLS 20 launches and people have migrated over is to then get ZerpCraft NFTs available to be listed on different XLS 20 marketplaces. So then at that point, you don't even need to necessarily be a player on the server to own ZerpCraft land. You could buy it off of a marketplace and have never logged on
Yep.
if you didn't want to. So yeah, the liquidity is for sure a long-term goal.
Cool. Nice, nice. So we're gonna move to the chat. We got a lot of questions in here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see.
Let me
Is it?
grab vets since I just see it
Yeah,
right
go
there at the
ahead.
bottom.
If you see any, go
Um,
ahead.
so royalties. Obviously, royalties introduce a really interesting way that you can slice and dice things so that a whole bunch of people can get paid. Probably what I'm going to do with the monetization model once the plugin goes open source is that the other servers, the other Minecraft servers that are stood up, I would charge a very small minting fee to them. And that would be kind of the first source of income for me to kind of maintain ZerpCraft over time.
Yep.
With that, I would probably build in a small royalty percentage. I think it should be very small that would go back to me. However, if the server owner or the person who is purchasing the land wants to own the royalty rights themselves, I think there's for sure an opportunity that maybe they can pay a little bit of a premium and then all the royalty rights go to them over
Nice.
time. And so yeah, there's a lot of ways that you can slice and dice it. Obviously, because we haven't fully implemented XLS 20 yet, that it's not like cut and dry, but I think that there's going to be something where the players will be happy, the server owners will be happy, and I'm still making an income for my effort as well.
Nice. Nice. Perfect. And question from Jake Static: will you be incorporating Bedrock Edition?
Jake, I have some bad news.
Uh-oh.
Right now, there is really no way to mod Bedrock Edition, and I wish there was. If Minecraft or if Microsoft supports modding tools and there's kind of a multiplayer ecosystem over on Bedrock, for sure I would consider it. But right now, all of the modding and all of the custom code happens on Java Edition, so that's where we got to be. And luckily, my education and my profession is in Java, so that makes it a little bit easier for me currently.
Definitely. Let's see what else we got. So they just wanted to clarify it's one XRP per chunk.
That's right. And so for maybe those who haven't played in a while, a chunk is a 16 by 16 square. The chunk will be one XRP apiece. And that will also allow you to own all the air up above your land and all of the ground
Nice.
down below your land. So you get
okay.
everything in that 16 by 16 square. My goal is, and I kind of responded to some comments this morning, but I want people for, somewhere between 5 and 10 US dollars to be able to build like a decent sized house, like you'd be able to have like your land, and somewhere around 9 chunks is going to give you a pretty large square to work with. So yeah, I want ZerpCraft NFTs to be relatively cheap and accessible for people to come in and kind of play around with.
Okay, definitely.
All right, I'm moving, guys.
That's
Keep
it.
track.
We got a question from Crypto Mouse. What requirements will Minecraft noobs need to understand to participate?
It's real simple. You need a Sum wallet, and you need Minecraft Java Edition. From there, I'll be posting instructions on Twitter and on my website on how to do everything, how to log in, how to figure out how to purchase a piece of land. I mean, really, the whole flow is going to be really simple. So just number one, Minecraft Java Edition. Number two, have a Sum wallet that's already funded. That's it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Is there a limit to how many chunks one person can buy from Jebsy?
I've been thinking about that. I've actually was thinking about that this morning. The initial limitation, once the server goes live on the 19th, we're going to go into what's called open land sale. And open land sale, people are going to be able to purchase any amount of land for a 3-week period. And then once that 3-week period's over, no land will be for sale until XLS 20 comes out.
Wow.
And then at that time, I'll do another open land sale. The reason is people in part want this land because they're hoping it's going to appreciate in value. That can't happen if you can just purchase from me for 1 XRP, until the end of time. And so I want people, early adopters, to be able to come in, buy as much as they want, but it's going to be for a time limited period. And then we'll do the same thing again whenever XLS 20 comes out. It'll probably be, 3 weeks or a month or something. But I have been thinking as well, is there anything I need to put in place as far as like, what if a whale shows up and wants to buy like, I don't know, 1 million chunks?
That's what the
Like,
chat's talking about right now. David Schwartz
Yeah, that
is
would-
going to enter
David
the
Schwartz
chat.
is
Yeah.
buying up the whole plot.
yeah, I would love that, but is that really serving the player base well in
Yeah.
that capacity? So I'm thinking through, does there need to be some extra limitations? As of right now, there's nothing built in to limit, but yeah, we'll discuss with the community, and if we need to put something in place, then I'll take everybody's feedback into consideration on that one.
So to touch on that, how big is the actual world? And to kind of put it in perspective, I don't know too much about world generation, but I know that you can get an absolutely massive world in there. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, so Minecraft worlds are technically finite, but they're still massive. And if you do kind of a real world conversion, it's about the size of Mars. So, like a planet. Having said that, I can, as the server administrator, restrict that way down to a much smaller area.
Yep.
And so the server as it sits right now has a it's like a 10,000 by 10,000 area, 10,000 blocks, which is pretty big for you to be able to fly around and check out all sorts of different terrain and biomes. It translates into um, close to 400,000 chunks
Okay.
in there. And so, if for, things go amazingly well and we run out of chunks, I can expand more. But that should give people, if they're like, okay, I want to come in and buy 9 to 12 chunks of land, you'll have plenty of space to fly around and find a place where you have someone that you like and you want to settle down there and build something.
Nice. And how did you pick a specific seed, or did you just run off of something that you randomly generated?
I did. I do have a specific seed. I kind of just did some scouting. I wanted to find something that had really cool world gen. I'm a sucker for the ice spikes biome,
Yep.
and so I found an ice spikes biome that the elite realism team I mentioned earlier has actually built a really sweet castle on top of this ice spike mountain. But yeah, the seed is I like to think of this world as like the ZerpCraft canvas.
Nice.
So that's actually the seed as well.
Nice, nice. We have a really awesome question from Gadget78. And this kind of brings collaborations into the mix.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you have an NFT that acts like a key? Like it restricts only people who have, say, an arty farty animal or a xShroom can go to that location.
Yes, Gadget's serving me a layup here.
Oh,
So
oh, okay.
yeah.
So you guys are working together. I see
No,
how it
I
goes.
didn't.
I
I
see
didn't
how
know
it
he was going
goes.
to ask that, but that's a good one.
That's funny.
So in the previous call you guys had with Jebsy, he mentioned the partnership. So I want to work with other NFT projects to make them like quote unquote official partners of ZerpCraft. And with that, if you own, say, an X Shroom or an Arty Farty animal, you get certain perks on the server, and that's kind of the in-game bonuses.
Cool.
Um, One of those, this has not been coded yet. I'm pretty sure it's possible, but I haven't built it, would be geofencing. And that's what Gadget's asking about. Can you geofence where it's like, I can only get inside this area if I own an NFT, from this specific project.
Nice.
And yes, that's on my radar. That's something I want to put in. It won't be available for launch, but yeah, geofencing would be pretty cool. You could do like a clubhouse type of thing, like come into the Xstream clubhouse. Uh, uh, oh, you can't get in? Well, you got to have an Xstream. So sorry.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty fun.
That would be sick. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, question from xPepe. Is there ever going to be a server wipe? And how many? Oh, whoops. How many players at one time can a server hold?
I think servers kind of top out at like 1,000 people. Um, that's pretty massive to get 1,000 players together in one instance, even
Yeah.
if you're talking about like just in a specific time zone. So um, I don't expect that to be a problem. I guess it would be a good problem to have. Uh, the server wipe, no, I'm not going to wipe if somebody owns land, on my server, like they're implicitly trusting me to be a good steward of that. The example I like to use a lot is like I'm kind of the I'm kind of the god of this server, right? Because I have the ability to like turn it offline.
Yeah.
Um, and so I need to be a good god. All right, we're gonna lean over here for a second. We're gonna get the cat in the camera. Stay down.
You can trust him,
All
folks.
right.
He has a cat.
Yeah. Yeah. Cat is not allowed to jump up on my desk, but doesn't stop her sometimes. So yeah, so the server wipe's not going to be a thing. If you own the land and you build on it, you're going to have that retained. I will be doing, kind of best practices backups and stuff, so that there's if something like catastrophic happens, we can get it back up again. Yeah, chat, go crazy for the cat. Uh, so Yeah, but that's kind of the world we live in today. You know, if you own like a house in the real world, like you can still get hit by a meteor and your house is destroyed, and we kind of live in that tension. So yeah, my goal, of course, is to not be a meteor, but instead be a good kind of steward and like build a good community around the ZerpCraft server.
Hell yeah.
And you know, to touch on that, when you first came into this basically AMA, you introduced yourself with your first and last name, and you put your webcam on. So you basically doxed yourself.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah.
I always like to say this: people should respect that, because I mean we have 60+ viewers right here that are kind of watching you, and you build a sort of sense of trust by being able to see someone on their webcam, and as well as know their entire name. So
Yeah, and with that, not only do I have, of course, kind of a public accountability, but Ripple has my tax information, and
Yep.
so they're
Exactly.
watching me as well, and so I want to make sure that everybody involved is pleased with what's delivered. Yeah, I think trust is important in crypto. Like we do a lot of stuff that's anonymous and decentralized, but these projects work best whenever we can collaborate and kind of have an open layer of trust in kind of the person-to-person relationships.
Definitely. Let's see. Oh, we got. I guess our volume is a little bit low. That's good.
Ooh.
That's great. Okay. Yeah, so we ran a little bit over time, but we'll move over to the chat. If the chat has any more final questions for Mr. ZerpCraft, ask them now. I think I saw one that I could almost answer. 1 second. Here, if you just want to take over, I gotta adjust the mic volume clearly.
Take over for what?
Just,
Well, I see a question just by XRP Notorious there about having a marketplace in ZerpCraft.
Yep.
I've built functionality where you can kind of like bid for an auction. I think auction style would be really cool in game. And so we'll do that. I want all of the XRP Ledger marketplaces that are getting stood up right now. I want them to be marketplace experts. And so I want to focus on like building ZerpCraft mechanics and let marketplaces build like really cool marketplaces. And so I'm not in a rush to build an in-game marketplace. Now, is that something that down the road, especially whenever lots of different servers have the ZerpCraft plugin installed, like they want to kind of host their own buying and selling in server. Yeah, I think that's a possibility. But like, I know that there's a lot of really smart programmers. We're talking about Yolk earlier. Like, they're specializing in the marketplace side of things, and so I can kind of leave that to them and focus on the game mechanics.
No, for sure, for sure.
definitely some.
Need a Grand Exchange Varrock type style in the Minecraft server, in the ZerpCraft
Yeah.
server. That would be cool.
That's so funny. The first time I ever talked with Jebsy, he talked about the RuneScape Grand Exchange, and then he brought it up again on this stream. So it's really left a mark on him.
Oh yeah, hey, you get scarred in the Grand Exchange. Good and bad things happen over there.
It's economics 101, baby.
Literally.
People face their first scam.
What's up, Luke?
The first scams, man.
The
Time
first
I ever got
scams,
scammed,
yeah.
That's
Okay.
true. Trim that black armor.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
God.
Oh yeah. I fell to that one a couple times. Will there be restrictions on what you can build and advertise?
So you're subject to Microsoft's kind of restrictions. So, if there's something that's super explicit, like I have a responsibility as a server owner to say like that's not allowed on here. But outside of that, no restrictions.
Nice. Cool. Awesome. Well, I think that's all that we got. I mean, this was just awesome. And in the future, I mean, we would definitely love to, sample the. I mean, as far as like a beta, do you have kind of a beta coming out, or are you just going to run right into things?
Yeah, it's just kind of that slow launch I was talking about earlier. So I've got some people that are able to log in now. Of course, I'm working with the builders, but February 15th. Oh, I will say it's on my Twitter, but with the 15th, to get people to come in early and register their Sum wallets, I'm doing a giveaway. So I mentioned that there's going to be 100 founders NFTs. And one of those I will select randomly from the registrants who log in between, I think it's the 15th and the 20th. So incentivize you once the login details are posted to come in, register your Sum wallet. And then that also lets me from kind of a beta perspective see like, okay, everything's working the way it's supposed to. So yeah, just a couple more days.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, you know, it was a pleasure having you on. We would love to kind of demo things on the stream. That would be sick if we could work something out. We'll figure something
Yeah,
out.
for sure.
We'll shoot you a message because I'm sure, you know, people would love to see things before they go live if possible. So we'll keep that in mind. But it was a pleasure having you on, Mr. ZerpCraft.
Yeah, this has been great, guys.
Definitely. We'll definitely keep in touch, and you're always welcome to come back on because we are, you know, we have new viewers every time we start a new stream up. So maybe around, you said it was the 15th?
Yeah, the 15th of February is whenever players will initially be able to log in.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, maybe we can figure out a way to cover that because that would be pretty cool showing your launch live.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We'll figure something out. You know, I'm definitely still, I'm not streaming experts like you guys. I have no deck or anything, but I'm learning a lot as I go. So
For sure.
yeah, I just saw real quick somebody was asking about how to get in contact. My Twitter DMs are open over at ZerpCraft. So yeah, feel free to reach out to me if you're with a project and you're interested in becoming a partner or have questions about that.
Yep,
Yeah.
and I just spammed the ZerpCraft Twitter. That is the correct link right there. So please, if you have
Appreciate it. Appreciate the spam.
That's the only time spam's good right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, hey, thank you for coming on,
Yep, thank you
and
for
we
coming
will
on.
stay in touch. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been great, guys. Take care.
All
All
right,
right,
we'll
have a
see ya.
wonderful day.
Thanks for coming. Beautiful. Awesome guy.